There exists a version of Michael Jordan that the world rarely discusses. Not the figure frozen in highlight reels or immortalized on championship banners, but rather the man who deliberately chose distance, quietness, and wide-open land over constant public attention. Hidden deep within the mountains of North Carolina, his massive ranch tells an entirely different kind of story. One shaped fundamentally by privacy, by carefully maintained routine, and by a very deliberate retreat from noise and spectacle. This video reveals a perspective where accumulated power no longer needs to be proven to anyone, where the sheer vastness of natural space replaces the noisy spectacle of packed arenas, where a global icon actively chooses to define personal success through silence he controls completely. This is the story of how legends choose to live when the cameras stop rolling, when the crowds finally go home, and when fame itself becomes something to escape rather than pursue endlessly. Foundational years. Before the world came to know those defining moments, before the games that fundamentally changed basketball history, before a name became recognized globally as an icon, everything began quietly. Within an ordinary household, among a disciplined family structure that few people ever really noticed. Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born on February 17, 1963, in Brooklyn, New York. His mother, Dolores, worked steadily in finance, bringing precise habits and unwavering structure to the household. His father, James Raymond Jordan Sr., worked as an equipment supervisor. Practical work, hands-on problem-solving, direct approaches to life's challenges. The Jordan household valued consistency, hard work, and personal accountability above everything else. These principles became the foundation upon which Michael would eventually build his entire competitive philosophy. When Michael was still quite young, the entire Jordan family made a significant relocation. They left the intensity of New York behind and moved to Wilmington, North Carolina, a calmer environment, a quieter place where persistence counted for considerably more than noise or flash. That geographic move quietly shaped Michael's developing character in profound ways. It gave him genuine room to compete freely, to fail without permanent judgment, and to try again without facing constant public scrutiny. At Emsley A. Laney High School, Michael threw himself into multiple sports with characteristic intensity. Basketball, baseball, and football all captured his competitive attention, but basketball quickly became where his truest focus lived and breathed. As a sophomore, he confidently tried out for the varsity basketball team. He was cut from the roster. His height was officially listed at 1.80 meters. Not particularly short by normal standards, but certainly not exceptional for competitive basketball. That rejection stayed with him deeply. It burned inside. Instead of simply walking away in defeat, he trained considerably harder, fueled entirely by frustration and wounded pride. He dominated the junior varsity team as if every single possession was a direct rebuttal to that earlier rejection. That summer between sophomore and junior year, his body changed dramatically. He grew nearly 10 centimeters taller, but perhaps more importantly, his inner confidence hardened into something truly unshakable. By his junior year, he earned that coveted varsity spot. And once he had it, he never looked back even once. He averaged an impressive 25 points per game across his final 2 high school seasons. At the 1981 McDonald's All-American game, he scored 30 points, announcing his arrival on the national stage. By that point, college scouts had erased every lingering doubt. Upon graduating high school, Michael stood 1.98 meters tall and received scholarship offers from nearly every major college program across America. He chose the University of North Carolina, not for immediate spectacle or guaranteed spotlight, but for something far more valuable: structure, discipline, and a proven system that demanded patience, precise timing, and genuine restraint. As a freshman at Carolina, he averaged 13.5 points per game and was named Atlantic Coast Conference Freshman of the Year. Then came the 1982 NCAA Championship game. With just 15 seconds remaining on the clock and the entire season hanging in perfect balance, Michael calmly rose up and released a jump shot directly over Georgetown's towering center, Patrick Ewing. The ball fell cleanly through the net. The championship was secured. Years later, Michael would reflect that this singular moment fundamentally reshaped his belief in himself. From that point forward, he trusted completely that pressure situations would slow everything down when it mattered most. After 3 remarkable seasons at North Carolina, after winning both the prestigious Naismith and Wooden Player of the Year awards in 1984, he left school early to enter the professional draft. He would eventually return to complete his geography degree, graduating in 1986, but his professional basketball journey was calling loudly. In the 1984 NBA draft, Michael was selected 3rd overall. 2 teams passed on selecting him. The Chicago Bulls did not make that mistake. That single organizational decision quietly altered the entire future trajectory of professional basketball forever. Professional evolution. Michael entered the NBA with a playing style that was extraordinarily sharp, brutally direct, and absolutely unrelenting. He attacked the rim with clear intention. He defended with focused purpose. He played every single night as if something fundamental about his character needed to be proven to doubters. His career trajectory, however, was not one continuous, uninterrupted line. It curved unexpectedly. It paused dramatically. It restarted surprisingly. He retired from professional basketball twice during his career. The first retirement came after the tragic death of his beloved father, when he stepped completely away from basketball to pursue minor league baseball. A surprising decision that confused many observers, but made perfect personal sense to Michael. Years later, he retired again before eventually returning for 2 final seasons with the Washington Wizards. Each departure and subsequent return reflected someone actively searching for genuine balance rather than constant applause. Throughout his professional years, Michael accumulated achievements that redefined what excellence meant in basketball. 6 NBA championships, 6 Finals MVP awards, 5 regular season MVP honors, 14 All-Star selections, 10 scoring titles. He became the first player to win the championship, regular season MVP, Finals MVP, and Olympic gold medal all in the same year. His defensive intensity earned him the Defensive Player of the Year award. His competitive drive became legendary across all sports. As years passed steadily, Michael's cultural influence extended far beyond basketball courts. In November 2016, he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President Barack Obama. This represents the absolute highest civilian honor in the United States, reserved exclusively for individuals whose impact reaches far beyond their chosen profession. On that same ceremonial day, the medal was also presented to legendary figures including Vin Scully, Tom Hanks, Bruce Springsteen, Ellen DeGeneres, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Michael Jordan's story no longer revolves only around basketball achievements. It encompasses how discipline became personal identity, how failure became powerful fuel, and how consistency repeated relentlessly over decades shaped a standard that clearly outlived the games themselves. What remains most powerful is not only what he achieved on courts, but the deliberate way he chose to move through every stage of this journey. That same discipline ultimately led Michael Jordan away from constant spotlight and into wide-open land. The Carolina Sanctuary. Located within the exclusive 1,250-acre Snowbird Mountain community, Michael Jordan's Carolina estate covers approximately 143.9 acres of intentional seclusion. Scale defines absolutely everything here. Privacy shapes every architectural decision. Distance creates the prevailing atmosphere. This is not simply a vacation property. This is a carefully constructed sanctuary designed for genuine disappearance. A gently curving gravel driveway cuts through dense woodland before revealing a secluded mountain ranch deliberately positioned far away from main roads, neighboring properties, and unwanted attention. From any distance, the residence almost disappears entirely. Dark wood siding blends seamlessly into surrounding trees. Natural stone merges perfectly with mountain terrain. Pitched roofs follow the landscape's natural angles precisely. The architecture never announces itself. It follows quietly, behind the land itself. As you approach closer, multiple connected structures gradually come into clear view. Wide wooden porches link them together naturally. Rustic railings guide gentle movement. Stone steps follow the land's natural slope rather than fighting against it. The grounds maintain careful balance throughout. Ferns, shrubs, flowering plants, and scattered pine needles create a living surface that shifts subtly with each passing season. Sunlight filters through tall trees before reaching the house, keeping every angle soft and genuinely quiet. The main residence was constructed in 2002. It spans 2,492 square feet of living space. 3 bedrooms provide private personal space. 3 full bathrooms and 2 half baths serve daily needs efficiently. A wide covered porch anchors the entire home, centered around a substantial stone fireplace. Expansive terraces open onto beautiful views of fenced green pastures with layered mountain ridges stretching endlessly beyond. Outdoor living serves as fundamental architectural principle. Porches and terraces function as true extensions of interior space. A short covered breezeway connects the main house directly to a mountain-style guest cabin built in 1999. This cabin measures 1,362 square feet. 2 bedrooms offer comfortable guest space. 2 full bathrooms provide convenience. A large porch extends the living area naturally, outdoors, perfect for accommodating guests or multi-generational family while preserving complete privacy and physical distance. Inside the main residence, space opens upward dramatically. High wooden ceilings feature exposed beams that establish immediate calm and generous volume. Wide plank floors carry warm, aged tones throughout every room. A central stone fireplace anchors the main living area completely. Deep seating is arranged for long, unhurried evenings. Solid wood tables built to last multiple generations. Low, warm lighting that never demands attention. Nothing here actively seeks to impress visitors. Everything naturally invites time to slow down completely. The living space flows naturally into a dining area centered around one long table positioned strategically before floor-to-ceiling windows. Daylight enters gently throughout the day. Evenings rely on understated fixtures. The design consistently prioritizes comfort and continuity over public display. Meals here are genuinely meant to linger peacefully. The kitchen maintains this exact same philosophy throughout. Wooden cabinetry defines the space. A large central island serves preparation and gathering. Stone surfaces feel substantial and permanent. Wide windows look back into surrounding forest. Everything feels genuinely practical and authentically lived in rather than professionally staged. Private rooms continue the established rhythm perfectly. Bedrooms remain quiet and open, shaped primarily by natural light and minimal furnishings. Bathrooms stay bright and clean, finished in neutral materials emphasizing ease and function. Privacy here extends far beyond physical walls. The surrounding forest naturally shields the entire property from outside eyes completely. The land itself serves genuine functional purpose beyond aesthetics. A large barn exceeding 1,800 square feet includes an office, bathroom, secondary storage rooms, and loft storage above. A second oversized barn sits within a separately fenced pasture. Additional structures include a pole barn dedicated to equipment storage, plus a nearby barn and workshop supporting agricultural or equestrian operations. Beyond these buildings, the property unfolds naturally into productive gardens, a fruit orchard, and scenic walking trails following Little Pine Creek as it flows steadily toward Lake Glenville. Picnic areas with panoramic mountain views are positioned thoughtfully throughout. The estate functions as a genuinely private gathering space. Whether for family reunions, intimate weddings, equestrian activities, or working farmland, the layout remains deliberately versatile. 3 separate gated entrances secure the estate completely. Privacy and controlled access at every entry point. Within this carefully designed setting, the property reflects a specific chapter of Michael Jordan's life, shaped by absolute control, defined by intentional distance, built around genuine quiet. Florida retreat. North Carolina offered mountain seclusion, but Florida provided something distinctly different. A coastal retreat shaped by abundant light, proximity to water, and calculated distance from crowds. Tucked inside the ultra-exclusive Bears Club in Jupiter, Florida, Michael Jordan's second home unfolds as another carefully chosen sanctuary. Valued at $17 million and spanning approximately 9,100 square feet, the property sits just 1 mile from the beach. A Jack Nicklaus-designed championship golf course surrounds it completely. Crossing through the gated entrance, the outside world fades immediately. A stone-lined driveway moves through impeccably manicured gardens. Tall palms stand like natural sentries. Precise hedges frame pathways perfectly. Smooth green lawns surround the structure. The muted gray roof and clean architectural lines give the house a composed presence, confident without excess, substantial without shouting. Inside, the double-height foyer fills with natural light pouring through expansive glass panels. The interior language speaks modern restraint clearly. White walls create brightness. Warm wood accents add character. Polished stone surfaces reflect light rather than absorbing it. The main living room rises dramatically, anchored by a sculptural chandelier and a striking dark marble feature wall. The primary bedroom shifts tone toward quiet personal comfort. Wood floors warm the space naturally. A neutral color palette soothes the eye. Sliding glass doors open directly to tropical greenery outside. In one corner, a simple exercise bike sits near the window, a quiet reminder that discipline remains woven into Jordan's everyday life. The home gym functions as a genuine private training space. Floor-to-ceiling windows face the pool directly. Mirrors widen the perceived room. Modern equipment lines the walls efficiently. Outside, the long rectangular pool sits at the center of a private outdoor setting, framed by mature palms and comfortable lounge chairs. This is where travel slows, where family time replaces rigid schedules. Wealth accumulated. $850,000 per year. That was the average NBA salary when Michael Jordan entered professional basketball in 1984. He signed a 7-year rookie contract worth $6 million total. Across 16 NBA seasons, Jordan earned $93,772,500 in salary. In the 1996 to 1997 season, he became the first athlete in history to earn more than $30 million annually. But endorsements changed everything. Nike approached Michael with a 5-year deal worth $500,000 annually, plus stock options. Air Jordan launched in 1985. Within the first year alone, Nike sold more than $100 million worth of Air Jordan shoes. Today, Jordan brand generates over $6 billion annually. Michael receives ongoing royalties from every sale. Those royalties alone exceed $100 million per year. In 2010, Michael purchased majority ownership of the Charlotte Hornets for approximately $275 million. In 2023, he sold his majority stake for approximately $3 billion. That single transaction generated roughly $2.7 billion in profit, the largest return on investment in professional sports ownership history. Today, Michael Jordan's net worth stands at approximately $3.5 billion. Giving forward. In 2020, following widespread social unrest, Michael pledged $100 million over 10 years toward organizations fighting systemic racism and promoting social justice. In 2017, he donated $7 million to open 2 medical clinics in Wilmington, North Carolina. The Novant Health Michael Jordan Family Clinic serves uninsured and underinsured patients regardless of ability to pay. In April 2020, he donated all personal profits from The Last Dance documentary, estimated at $3 million to $4 million, to charity. In November 2020, he donated $2 million to Feeding America. On February 15, 2023, celebrating his 60th birthday, Jordan donated $10 million to Make-A-Wish Foundation. He also contributed to Hurricane Florence relief efforts and supported the Smithsonian's National Museum of African American History and Culture. Personal rhythm. Retirement did not erase discipline from Michael Jordan's life. It simply redirected it entirely. He wakes early consistently, always has. That habit never changed. Mornings start quietly with coffee, news, and solitude before the day gathers momentum. Exercise remains absolutely non-negotiable. Workouts stay shorter than during playing years but remain consistent. Golf became his primary competitive outlet after basketball. He plays often, sometimes alone, sometimes with close friends. The Bears Club golf course surrounds his Florida property. Mountain courses near his North Carolina ranch offer similar convenience. Golf provides structure, routine, and a reason to compete without public expectation. At the center of his life is his wife, Yvette Prieto, whom he married in April 2013. Together they focus on raising their twin daughters, born in February 2014. From his previous marriage, he has 3 adult children, Jeffrey, Marcus, and Jasmine. In 2019, he became a grandfather through his daughter, Jasmine. Family gatherings happen regularly at both estates. Private celebrations, holidays, graduations, milestones shared away from media attention entirely. Meals follow deliberate patterns. Michael enjoys red wine, fine cigars, steaks prepared simply. Food is not performance fuel anymore. It is genuine enjoyment, shared slowly, savored intentionally. Dinners stretch long, conversations wander freely. Time moves at whatever pace feels right rather than whatever schedule demands. Evenings return to quiet, reading, watching games with genuine distance and perspective. Movies, time on the terrace, as daylight fades behind mountain ridges or over coastal waters. Michael Jordan's life today reflects something rarely seen. A global icon who genuinely stepped back, who built sanctuaries designed for disappearance rather than display. He chooses mornings shaped by personal rhythm, afternoons built around family instead. The wealth continues generating income without demanding attention. Everything operates on his terms completely.